Hello students and viewers. Before concluding, let me review my previous slides in short. We talk about a fuzzy logic, as the term fuzzy means the things which are not very clear or vague. In real-time situations, we cannot able to decide whether the statement is true or false. At that time, fuzzy logic offers a valuable flexibility for reasonings. Hence, we consider the uncertainty situations by applying a fuzzy logic concept. Fuzzy logic is basically using a graphical user interface or an algorithm helps to solve the problem after considering various crisp input data. Then it takes a best possible decisions to give for the given input, and based on that input decisions, the output is being determined. We all know that this particular fuzzy logic concept was actually evolved way back in 1920s, and it was first brought to the academic world by Dr. Latif Ali Zadeh, a professor of US Berkeley in California in the year 1965. He used the concept of fuzzy because a conventional computer logic was not capable of manipulating the data representing subjective or unclear human ideas. Rather, it will always work with the numerical. So fuzzy logic applied the ideas into a various applications that I have already explained earlier. Now, if you see the characteristics of the fuzzy logic, its characteristic is that one, it is flexible and easy to implement, and it is actually a mimic of the human thoughts, and it has a range between 0 to 1, whereas in the crisp the range is between 0 and 1 that we have already seen. And fuzzy can be applied with the non-linear or a linear membership plots. However, the non-membership plots give a complexity which is higher. But looking to the advantage part, we say that it is a mimic, as I told, uses imprecise language or a linguistic value variables. It is inherently robust, fails safely, modify and tweaked easily. You can modify it. This is the advantage part that I have already highlighted. But once we see the disadvantage part, it is also having a disadvantage. So, but one thing you should remember in the advantage part is that it provides the most effective solutions to a complex issues. That is one good thing is that, and it can be programmed to the situations based on the inputs, and it may not offer accurate reasoning, but the only acceptable reasoning you can able to get it, because in the case of a fuzzy, how much complex you can make the rules, the results becomes very closer accurate. But if you make it very complex, that has many system level, computational level limitations. That is what I mean to say. The disadvantage part of this one is that it requires tuning of the membership function. That is what I mean to say. If a single membership, it is okay, but more than one membership, then the complexity. Fuzzy logic control may not be scaled well to a large or a complex problem. It deals with the imprecision or a vagueness, but not uncertainty. It deals with the imprecision or a vagueness value. But if something which is not certain, you cannot able to determine. That is what. However, fuzzy logic is never a cure for all. That you should remember. Therefore, it is equally important to understand that where we should not use fuzzy logic. That is very important. This is because of the uncertainty I have given. There are certain situation when you can better not use fuzzy logic. If you don't find it convenient to map an input source to an output space, you cannot use a fuzzy logic, because if you are not sure that these are the input and this much variation will exist to produce an output, you cannot apply. Fuzzy logic should not be used when you cannot use your own common sense. That is very important. That is what your common sense plays a very important. Many controller cannot do the fine job without the use of a fuzzy logic. That is also, and many controller can do the job fine even without the use of a fuzzy logic. So that is a drawback. The previous one is also a limitation. So you can of the where fuzzy logic is needed. Summary. Before I summarized the things, let me say fold back a certain previous discussion on the fuzzy logic architecture. Is that it has a fuzzifiers, it has intelligent rules, it has a defuzzifiers. So this is what we have to understand that about the fuzzy logic architectures. And and we have already discussed the certain other concept like a probabilistic approach, as well as uncertainty, crisp, fuzzy. These are nothing but the certain components that is essential to determine the fuzzy logic set theory concept. Application point, I have already said: anti-lock brakes, auto transmissions, even copy machines, even say dishwashers, washing machines, even coffee makers. Like those are the applications. That's why I am telling, I am sharing. There are wide applications. Before concluding, let me summarize this one. The term fuzzy means the things which are not very clear or vague. And the term fuzzy was first bought by Latif Zadeh in 1965. And fuzzy is a flexible and easy to implement for the current machine learning technique. Here, a fuzzy logic provides an alternate way to represent linguistic and subjective attribute to the real-world computing. It is able to apply to the control system and other application in order to improve the efficiency and simplicity of the design control. Fuzzy logic also further I can add, fuzzy logic take the degree of mathematical basis for the model of vagueness, while probability is a mathematics for the model mathematical model of ignorance. That is what. So truth degree of truth is the model for the mathematical basis for the vagueness. Now auto transmission, fitness management, golf, diagnostic systems, and many other applications has captured the market by the fuzzy logic. And fuzzy logic help you to control machines and consumer products. Even in the TVs we are using fuzzies everywhere. So this covers the fuzzy. I have certain references. These reference books you can be able to refer. These are the very good set of books that will be useful for you to enhance your awareness. And he is Latif Ali Zadeh. It was fortunate for me to write to him when he was alive, and a mail he responded back to me in the year 1999. So finally I salute this great scientist, this great professor. With this I conclude.